Hey everyone, we'll be starting shortly. I'm getting everything set up and then we should be good to go. All right. So that is done. Okay, she seems good. No drop frames. So we're good to go. Hi everyone. Welcome to another stream of Phoenix Wright Trilogy. The Justice for All game one, the second game. Where we had last left off, we had done our first day of the trial, where we went against Franziska von Karma, which was which went pretty well. She's a tough nut to crack, but we cracked her in the end. And now we are on the second day for the investigation into the murder of, what's his name, Dr. Gray or something. So we shall see what else we can learn today. We are trying to find out what Pearl was doing when she was in the Winding Way. We just got to try and find the right stuff. We haven't been able to get much out of her yet because we don't have the right things. So we shall see how that goes. Hey, Swordmaster, welcome. And, yeah, we'll see what we can get into. So without further ado, let's just switch over to the game. Begin today. I also forgot to bring up the thing, so 1 second. While I do that now, it should only take a few seconds. There we go. Because this game doesn't have like a borderless windowed mode, I have to force it through an application. So I have to start that every time I start the game, which is unfortunate. If only this game was actually within the times. Right. I'll refresh this so I can see it. Yep, it's on there. Sound's been picked up. We're good to go. So let us dive right back in. Part 3 investigation. Reunion turnabout. Ah, yes. We had come back to talk to Maya. I remember now. I guess we'll start with today's trial. So how was it? Today's trial, I mean. You went fantastic, Nick. I'm playing Pokemon and watch and listen to you stream. Great. Have fun with Pokemon. Every time I thought our goose was cooked, you managed to turn it all around. I bet it would make a great Hollywood movie. Don't be silly. We have to concentrate on the trial. We're going to win this, Maya. Thanks a lot. Really. Hey, Nick. The person who shot Dr. Gray wasn't me, was it? Of course not. You're completely innocent. If that were true, then I'd be really happy. But there wasn't anyone else in that room then with the two of us, right? Well, did you check behind the photo screen? I took a quick glance, but there wasn't anyone there. That's exactly what Lotta said too. Which is odd because she was on the opposite side of the room, but whatever. Nick? Yeah? Why do you believe in me? Why do you think I didn't kill Dr. Gray? Because of something Mia told me. My sis? What did she tell you? She said that spirit mediums can't have dreams. When you're channeling, it's impossible for you to dream because your soul leaves you. Now that you mention it, wait, then I really am? You're not a real murderer. I think that maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged. By the way, do you have a favorite Pokemon game? Favorite? Favorites. It's kind of hard to say what Pokemon game is my favorite, because I like quite a few of them. I've played Pokemon Red. That was the first one I played. I played Pokemon Yellow. I liked that one more than Red because, you know, you had the Pikachu, which blew out your ears when you spoke to it. It was like, Pikachu! I really liked Ruby. But that was because I liked the design and it looked like the guy had white hair. And then they were like, no, it's just his hat. And I'm just like, don't ruin the character for me. So Ruby's also a close contender. Or Emerald, not Ruby. I didn't like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I didn't get to play the third version of that, which had the other Pokemon. I just thought Diamond and Pearl was boring, so I didn't like Diamond and Pearl. I didn't like the designs either. They looked really silly. Or just not to my tastes. I hated Black and White, like a lot. I didn't like any of the Black and White games, 1 or 2. I only really liked the designs of the main legendary Pokemon, and that was it. I didn't like the story, I didn't like the Pokemon, I didn't like the area. It was just boring, and I didn't like it. What was next? I think it was Pokemon X and Y next. I really liked Pokemon Y because it was when they started bringing in Mega Evolutions, and I think Mega Evolutions were possibly the best thing that was introduced into Pokemon. And then they dropped it like a hot potato because they wanted to make a different gimmick each game after that. And I'm just like, no, stick with the cool one. So I liked Pokemon Y, and I liked that it was a more serious Pokemon game. So that was, yeah, I liked that one. After Pokemon Y and X, I believe it was Pokemon Sun and Moon. I have played Pokemon Sun and I played Pokemon Ultra Moon. I liked both. I liked the way that was set up. I liked the region-specific kind of Pokemon in that. I think that was cool. You've distracted me from playing this game now because I'm thinking about Pokemon. But yeah, I haven't played anything past that. So out of all of those, I think it's going to be up between Ruby or Emerald and oh, then there was a Mega Red and a Mega Sapphire or whatever. So yeah, it would be between Emerald, Y, and Omega Ruby. I'll just say Y for now. Pokemon Y. Yeah. Who's your favorite character in the Phoenix Wright games? Oh, God. Well, we'll get into it. We'll play a bit more of this and I'll think about that because that's going to take a bit for me to think about. Where were we anyway? I think that maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged. Drugged? I think this was planned from the very beginning. I think I've played Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, but I think I played Sapphire the most. Oh, and then there was Gold and Silver as well, and Platinum. God, so many games. I played a lot of the Pokemon games before stopping after Sun and Moon because I didn't have a Switch. And you were set up to take the blame for killing Dr. Grey. That's. I want to ask something about Pearls. Pearly, what about her? No matter what I try, she won't answer me. I want to know what she was doing at the time of the murder. And then I only played Legends Arceus and then Scarlet. I prefer Arceus more. Huh? Wait, Nick, you don't think she did it, do you? No, nothing like that. She'd never do anything like that, you hear me? Never. I mean, she's like 5. She can't even kill a paper bag. She's a great kid and really cute and really great and cute. Right back to Phoenix right now. I didn't really think she was a murderer, but she's definitely hiding something. You were with her on that day, right? Yeah, two of us, we were playing with her ball. A ball? Huh? Sounds like a dead end to me. So about this ball. It's nothing really special, just a plain old ball. I think she was playing with it when I started the channeling job that day. Pearly really loves to play with that ball. She loves to play with that ball, huh? When she wants to get it, she's always climbs right into the clothing box. The clothing box? Yeah. Pearl's always hiding in there. You know the side room? There's a clothing box in there. It's really big, so once you see it, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. The clothing box in the side room, huh? We've already seen it, so yes. What is the small girl's name? The small... You mean the child? That is Pearl. Pearl Faye. Maya and her are cousins, so... Let's show this. Ah, that's the channeling chambers. This is the only one in the world, right? Yeah. During the trial, I was kind of wondering why you had it. I got it from Pearl's. That's weird. I swear I locked the door and then put the key into one of my pouchy sleeves. Your sleeve? But how and when would your sleeve leave the room? It didn't grow a pair of legs. I wonder where Pearly found that key. Okay, you don't know anything about the gun. But the knife. That's a knife from my family's kitchen. I'll never be able to use it again. It's alright. I'll buy you a new one, okay? Ugh, that's not the point. I don't ever want to see another knife ever again. This is me, right? I guess I really did shoot Dr. Gray. But that's not you. Is too. Is not. Is too. I should have kept this picture to myself. That's Kurain's sacred urn. Mystic Army's soul is sealed inside of it. Yeah, I know all about it. About how she's the founder of the Kurain technique. Ooh, look at Mr. Smarty here. Thinks he knows it all. You sound like an occult fanatic. Trust me, this isn't going on my resume anytime soon. You know, I haven't looked at this in a long time. I wonder when it became so cracked. You walk by it every day. How do you not see it? What is it? I'm not too sure myself, but I found it right just now inside the furnace. Huh. Is it trash burning day already? That's not something I would know about. I guess you didn't notice the bloodstain. Probably better that way. Alright, well, time to go check out the box again. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a lot of hair. Ah! Hey, wait, please, Lotta. You ran off into the manor. Get back here, you criminal! Lotta. Ah. Hey, I'm telling you, quit following me, you hear? I'm a worthless piece of trash. You lay your eyes on me and they'll turn you to dust. Out of my way. That's a samurai ball. I'm pretty sure I saw Lotta run in this direction. But it doesn't look like she's here. It's Pearl's ball. Maya said that it always kept in the clothing box. So then, what is it doing on the floor? Pearl's ball taken. It's Pearl's favorite toy. She was playing with this at the time of the murder, it seems. It's the clothing box where Pearl's ball is usually kept. I wonder what's inside. Ah! What? What are you doing in there? What were you thinking? I'm a bad person. Just another piece of human trash. I need a hole to crawl into. Imagine Phoenix just zooming past everyone to get where he needs to go. Yeah, he said, out of my way! Important lawyer business. So, you crawled into this clothing box because there wasn't a hole to crawl into? Oh, man. Huh? There's a small hole in this clothing box. And it's about 8 inches off the ground. That's the same height as the hole in the folding screen. Then could this... Clothing box added to the court record. I thought I felt my soul take off for a sec when Lotta jumped out at me. So it's big enough to fit a grown adult. Well, if she can be called an adult, she cannot. She is a child. Oh, Mr. Nick, that person just ran by here just now. What person? You know, the person with the fluffy cotton candy hair. Ah, she means Laura. She said, don't look at me with them eyes, but I'm not that scary, am I? I don't think that's quite what she means. Oh, that's right. She also wanted me to tell you. Going on a trip to find myself, so don't you bother finding me. Oh, well, thanks. By the way, has it been established up until this game whether Phoenix has psychic abilities? It's not been mentioned yet. It keeps happening, but still, we don't know. You're welcome. I'm ready to destroy you with my knowledge. Give me your information, little girl. It's been a few days. We can go over this. I think we got it. Pearl, you have to tell me what you were doing when the murder happened, okay? But what if I can't just tell you what happened? Then I'll guess what happened. How does that sound? What? You can do that? You'll tell me if I guess something right, won't you? Yes. Now, when the murder was taking place, you were here, right?
Take that!
You were here, weren't you, pals? In the winding way. Wow, you got it. So, do you think you can tell me now? I'm sorry, not yet. Man, oh man. Alright, what next? Okay, I think I know what you were doing here. Do you really know that much? Well, I am a lawyer, you know. Now, what is Pearls doing in the winding way? Probably playing with the ball.
Take that!
You were playing with this ball, right? What is Maya's Magatama? It is a Magatama that Maya has given to Phoenix, which has been charged with spiritual power by Pearl to find the secrets hidden within people's hearts, which is why we can see these locks, which are called Psylocks, which we can try to unlock by giving information and interrogation, and to find the truth. Ah, that's right. How did you know? That's one lock gone. Maya told me you love to play with your ball. Yeah, I was playing with my ball. Uh-huh. And then? Something happened, huh? Something really bad. Can't do that noise. What do you mean, something? Nothing happened. What, this is it? You were playing with your ball? This happened. Probably this. This urn. It's a village treasure, right? And the spirit of the founder of Korean technique is sealed in there, isn't it? Yes. What's this? It's all cracked all over, isn't it? There's even a few gaps here and there. Please don't tease me. Pearl, you broke the sacred urn, didn't you? The ball smacked into it and knocked it over, right? And if Morgan found out, she'd get really mad, huh? She doesn't seem to be fighting back. I think I hit the bullseye this time. Isn't gulp a swallowing sound? Yeah, the thing is that doing a swallowing sound is too quiet for the microphone to pick up. I'll try it now. I don't know. I don't think it picked it up. But it's strange that the lock hasn't broken yet. It's a really old urn, isn't it? I guess. It's so old, so it's not that weird to have a few cracks. Her voice is shaking. How can you tell that urn has been broken? Here we go. Even have an image for her?
Take that!
Who started the Korean channeling technique? Huh? Oh, it was Mystic Ami. That's right, and how do you spell her name? Do you know? How do I spell her name? I don't know. It's spelled A-M-I. I thought it was a little odd when I saw I am written on this urn. And that's how I knew that someone must have broken this urn. And made a mistake in spelling when they put it back together again. The sad thing is, with the Cyclops, it's removed, like, the effect of the chains. Because when you finish, you get all the locks done. The chains are supposed to, like, shudder or something. And then start disappearing. I think because of the way that they've used like I don't know if it's an AI upscale or what, but they got rid of that. They just make it completely smooth, which kind of ruins the effect of being able to break them. But it's not a huge bad thing, it's just something I miss. Around when Mystic Maya started the channeling on that day, I was playing in the Winding Way with my ball. And that's when you broke the urn? Yes, I broke it. I accidentally let Mystic Maya's spirit fly away. Don't worry, Morgan will never know, okay? I'm a bad child. Breaking a village treasure is unforgivable. I thought that maybe they would make me leave the village. But the broken pieces were pretty big, so you thought you could put them back together and no one would notice? Yes. I found some glue and brought it into the hallway and fixed the urn there. The hallway? You mean Winding Way? Yes. Aww. The channeling had already started, so I didn't think anyone would walk by. I see. So, how long did it take you to do? It must have been a nasty repair job. Yes, I might be strong at spiritual things, but when it comes to arts and crafts, I'm not nearly as skilled. When I had finished fixing the urn and looked up, I saw you coming into the manor. So that's around when Lotta and I were coming back inside after reporting the murder. When I saw that, I packed everything up in a hurry. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pearls? I'm gonna get banished, aren't I? I really don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I bet Mystic Ami's happy to be free from that cramped urn. Yeah, I hope so. No harm done and a happy resolution. Whew. Take an urn updated to the court record. I'm showing you all the things. But I think this helps us with, Mini Mini. Let's give it a try.
Take that!
That was Mia's urn? No, it was Mystic Armies. It's for a spirit of, like, the founding member of the Fae family that before they became, like, established, spirit channelers. Ow! I'd say I think I slept funny last night because my shoulder is freaking killing me. So when I turn my neck a certain way or just move even slightly, I'm like, So if you hear me, like, make a noise, it's because that. Please tell me about the traffic accident. Huh? Like, whose accident? Your sister's, naturally. Oh, yeah. So, like, that Dr. Gray made my sister fall asleep? And, like, that's all I have to say about that? Interesting. You need just ask whose accident. Which means she must know something about another person's accident. Alright, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me about a certain other person's accident? Huh? Another person's accident? Like, you got someone in mind? I haven't followed some of your streams, so I'm a bit lost. Ah, it's okay. Hold on a minute, let me just check something. Yeah, there's no mention of another person in the car. We know from, like, the intro for this case, we saw a person survive the car crash because they were outside of the car. But Phoenix doesn't know that. So I'm wondering if I need more. I'll do it and see if I can get any further with this.
Take that!
I want to ask you about your own car accident. Me? Yes. So, wow, like, how strange. I have, like, no idea what you're talking about. Can you, like, prove I was in, like, a car accident? No, that's the issue. How many times can you use the Magatama, and how many times can you use it on one person? You can use the Magatama as many times as you like, but if you get things wrong, you start losing psychic points, health points, whatever you call these. And if you run out, it kicks you out of the interrogation, so you have to start over again. You can do it as many times as you want. It's just that it gives you punishment. So when you get to figure it out, you get some restored, like when I did... when I just did Pearls and I finished it, I got up to 4 bars added. So you can earn it back. It's just that you have to be careful because this sticks around for the trials. And if you get things wrong in the trial, if you lose all these, you lose the case. So it's just when you're doing questioning, it's fine. You can just keep doing it. It just keeps kicking you out until you get it right. But I don't think I have enough information, so I'm just going to go. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Oh. I think I found out everything I can. But I can't see how it all adds up. And is Inny Minnie being here just a coincidence? Hey, mister. How is it that the spirit Dr. Gray wanted to call... how is it that the spirit Dr. Gray wanted to call just happened to be that nurse? And that nurse turns out to be Inny's sister. It's too... convenient. Hey, Phoenix, I'm talking to you. I wish I knew a little more about Inny, but where am I going to find info like that? Oh, I get it. You bothered to look over at trash like me, is that right, Mr. High and Mighty? Lotter. Oh, so you finally noticed. I thought I heard a mosquito buzzing in my ear, although I couldn't understand a word. Well, I gotta hand it to you. You sure know how to chase down garbage. I mean, I'm grateful to you for chasing this large lump of one around like this. Thanks. But you know, they're just wasting your time. I'll be fine on my own. What are you going on about? And as for following or chasing or whatever it is, isn't that what you're doing? Well, you see... Well, you're not exactly a real gentleman with a lady's heart, are you? You're not exactly the world's #1 charmer either, sister. Look, I'm real dang sorry about today. When I get all fired up about something, it's impossible to stop me. You hurt Maya really badly, Lana. I don't suppose you could forgive a girl like me? Never. Nah. Oh, nah. I'm not done. And to think we trusted you, Lana, and what do? You stab us in the back. You stressed us all out and even gave Maya a few strands of white hair. Now I'm gonna have to pray she makes it, or she may come back as a ghost. That's enough. You can stop right there. Look, I'll tell you everything I know. Everything. I'll spill it all. Everything? Yeah, you got it. Everything. But, well, actually, tell you what, I'll even do it for free. You were expecting me to pay you after what you just did to us? Murderer. If Maya's not the real murderer, then who do you think it is, Lotter? Well, heck, ain't it obvious? It's that occult freak. I mean, Inny Minnie? Well, there ain't anyone else it could be, right? That Granny, you and me were all together that whole time. So Lotter suspects Inny, which means she might have already found some info about our mysterious Inny. I want to see what happens when I choose the other thing. Well, I guess I can. You did really help out Maya too, you know, after all. For real? Yeah, for real. Ah, thank goodness. I'm still what? No, nothing at all. Just talking to myself, you know, gibberish. Now then, a lot of hearts at your service. I'll share with you all the dirt I've dug up. Thanks. Hey, no, go on. Don't be all surprised. Tell you what, I'll even give you all this information for free. Well, it's not taking money. Now I know this is what one's an alien clone. Okay, I like that one better. About this clipping. Now, you listen here, boy, and listen good. You can't go around at such an old piece of paper, you hear? People's got eyes on the front side, you know why? So they can see in front of themselves, not behind. So how about it? You feeling my energy? Nope, not an electron. Nope, don't know nothing about that. Things that don't catch my eye don't catch my interest. And she calls herself a journalist? I think I could have had the guts to carry one of these around. A celebrity photographer with a gun? You think it'd work? Bang, bang! Thanks, but nah. I can't see myself like that. Ah! There's blood on it. Get that away from me. Where do you think you're going to get off showing someone like that this to me? Oops. Guess that was the wrong thing to show her. I'm a real natural, ain't I? I caught the murder just right and even managed to make it mysterious. Mysterious? All you managed to do was forget to focus your lens. Shut up. That's my technique. My technique now, you hear? Alright, let's try profiles then. Hey, it's that Dr. Grey guy. It's a pity what happened to him. Pretty scary what ghosts and ghouls and ghosts can do to a man, huh? God rest his poor soul. Since when was Lotta so religious? Now, this kid, I think she needs to be taught some manners. This here's her second time in the stew, right? My posh would have slapped me straight. Yeah. You know what I say? If there's a second time, there's bound to be a third and a fourth. Ow! You didn't have to slap me. I get it. Sorry. I swear, I've seen this face before. Maybe during that last case. Whenever something happens, this detective guy's always there. I wonder if he's a real baddie behind everything. Somehow, I highly doubt it. I overlooked this little kid. What do you mean? I mean, I didn't think it, but you know, how it's always them silent types. Huh? Wait. The little type's nothing but a ball of happy goodness, right? So I reckon she's the type to have done it. Well, now that's just how the world turns. I don't think this has anything to do with how the world turns. That old lady sure could be forceful. She scared me that day. Well, only a little now, you hear? Huh, that's Innie Minnie, right? Yeah, I was wondering if you know anything about this girl. You know, actually I did a little checking up on her the other day. Her sister, she's the one that Dr. Grey wanted to call back from the spirit world. Yeah, I heard as much. I also heard that Innie was the one who introduced Dr. Grey to Corrine Village. You don't say. That's one sticky gal if you ask me. Hey, you want me to tell you more about it? You know, I'm beginning to get sick of this hairstyle. Next time I go to the salon, I'm going to get my hair straightened, I reckon. What do you think, Phoenix? I think if you got rid of your afro, I wouldn't recognize who you were. Yeah, that's kind of the problem, ain't it? Please, can we get on with the important stuff? Say, like, the murderer? Hey, this is that prosecutor gal, the one that likes breaking all the rules. Switches are for What? Switches are for horses and lights, not people. What? How's that? I made a pretty clever pun, didn't I? Sorry, didn't hear you. Ah, well, I forgive the wax in your ears for this one. And tell it to you one more time. Alright, give me information. Speaking of Innie, do you have any information? Do you have any other information about her? Sure. Well, what is it? It'll cost you, and it'll cost you a lot. Oh, silly me. Here I thought free meant no money necessary. That girl was hospitalized after about a year ago. Hospitalized? Why? Well, heck, you can go find out on your own. Huh? Here, I'll give you the clinic's address. Maybe you can find something out. Maybe. What's that supposed to mean? Well, see, actually, it was gonna be annoying, I reckon, so I didn't go there. Ugh. Well, that's the way the gumbo spoils, right? What? That's the way the cookie crumbles would be a better analogy, not the gumbo spoils. Who the hell says that? Spoiled gumble sounds... Ew. I mean, look, don't blame this on... Never mind. Upset the place I don't... looks like I don't have much choice. Better go check out this hottie clinic. This guy's got a leg problem. I was about to end it. I was just going to finish on this guy has a leg, but then we all have legs. So, this is where Innie was hospitalized. Oh, hello. It's the best character in the whole game. Hi. Yes? Are you here to visit a patient? Yes. Are you a doctor here? Yes, I'm Director Hottie. I don't think I'd be speaking with the director himself. Yes, so what can I help you with, huh? I'd like to ask you a few questions about Miss Innie Minnie. Miss Minnie? Miss Innie Minnie. Yes. Oh, her! Ah, it's too bad. I'll tell you something, that girl left here not long ago. Here you are, sir. You know you shouldn't be up and about. Come on, it's back to your room with you. Ah, Sweetums, calm down. Don't be so harsh to an old man like me. Don't you dare start that Sweetums thing with me. If you don't behave, you'll get yourself tossed out of this hospital. Wow, I didn't think nurses could be this direct or forceful toward their boss. Come now, be a good boy and give me the director's white lab coat. Okay, I got it. Yes. Yes, huh? Don't, yes, me. Who in the world are you? I'm Director Hottie. The nurse went off somewhere. Oh, the humanity. Only a person I could talk to. Is this guy. Ugh. This must be the waiting area. It's got the feeling of one, and there are sofas lined up. But I don't see that many patients. Yes, well, it's the quality, not the quantity that counts, What in the world did that have to do with anything? I wonder where that door way down there leads to. The fire escape? Can you not read the sign? Oh, that's the x-ray room, yes? How did you know what I was thinking? Yes, well, it's because that's the x-ray room, yes. There's something very peculiar about this guy because I know it's not me. This patient is undergoing rehabilitation. And look at the way his strange face keeps twisting in all those ways in that oily sweat. His whole body swaying back and forth. Wobble, wobble, like he's about to fall. Yes. Hey, don't just cut into my monologue like that. I'm explaining things here. Ah, sorry. Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes. That's just a real person. This is the clinic's reception desk, and it doesn't look like there's anyone at the counter. On the wall in this month's Words to the Wise. Do something in vain and your only reward is tiredness. Not exactly the best thing to be telling your patients, is it? Alright, I think we've seen everything. So, what exactly do you treat at this clinic? Yes, we treat all sorts of doctory clinical stuff. Yes. Doctory clinical stuff? Well, I don't really know or anything particular or care about the details. Yes, what is it that I look for? Ah, yes, there's really a big general hospital around the corner. Yes. When they can't accommodate everyone, they move some of their patients here, You do surgeries here, right? Yes, we do some plastic surgery here, it seems. It seems? Yes, it seems that way. What do you know about Miss Innie Minnie? Oh, now you're talking. Yes, that girl. She was transferred from the general hospital. From the general hospital to here? What kind of surgery did she need? Yes, well, she needed surgery. It was real bad, real bad. So what kind of surgery? What kind was it? Yes, well, no. You see, that's something... No, I can't tell you. So you say with a happy smile on your face, Mr. Director? See, there's this thing about how doctors aren't allowed to talk about patient stuff. It's all in about those TV shows too, right? You've seen them, right? Yes. I'm never going to get him to unzip those broken zipper teeth of his at this rate. There's got to be something I can show to this old coot. I've got a badge. What's this? I'm a lawyer right now. I'm investigating a murder. Yes. So what's is this angry with your face? Violence isn't the answer. Yes. The trial's tomorrow, and I would really like some information from you. Is that right? Well, you know, I think I can let you in on a little secret. What's that? Yes, actually. I'm not the real director. Are you kidding? Anyone with half a fly's brain knew that. Eh? What do you mean? Do I have to explain this to him? Well, hold on. I'll give you some information. Real information, okay? Why are some of his teeth brown? Oh, they're not brown. They're missing. He doesn't have teeth there. I'm actually this clicks. See, I'm like this place. Walking Dictionpedia. You mean walking encyclopedia? Yeah, that. And my specialty is in young, silky smooth, haughty patients. There's nothing I don't know about him, but I get embarrassed in talking about it. Yeah. How about you keep that kind of information to yourself? And now you see why this guy never showed up in the anime. Because he was... yeah, he's this. Anyway, you want to know about Little Miss Inny Minnie, right? Little Miss Inny Minnie? That girl, I remember her especially well. Really, especially very well. God, I want to talk to this guy. They see this and my mind's blank. Yes, it's boring. That's why boring. Yes, how I put it? If you had more attractive items? Yes. Attractive. Huh? Please tell me what you know about Inny Minnie. Yes, I'll get to that. Trust me, I will. That girl. That's right. She was transferred here from the general hospital. This was, yes, a year ago. She was one of those emergency cases. What was she ill with? Ill? Nah. She was injured, not ill. With my trained eye, I could see. Yep, I could see it was a huge wound at that. A huge injury? Her whole body was wrapped around and round in bandages, and her arm was in a cast. That sounds pretty severe, all right. Yes, it was an accident. An accident. They're scary, yes? Cars, yes. Car? You mean it was a traffic accident? Yep, that's what gave her the terrible injuries. I saw it was in the papers, I did. Yes, I looked it all up, I did. It was terrible. Yes. Did I even ask what is wrong with this old guy? Just now, you mentioned something about a big operation. Are you talking about Miss Inny's operation? Yes, Miss Inny's. That was one heck of an accident. Yes, her whole face was burned like toast. Like, bad toast. Very bad. Was it really that bad? It was a good thing that Miss Inny had a picture of herself. I heard that picture was how they put her face back together. Picture? That girl, see, she had just gotten a license. She had just happened to have a license photo on her. Yes. Oh, so see, I got a picture as a way to remember her, yes? Well, more like swiped. Breach of ethics? Oh, wait. What? A pretty girl like her, I bet she had a lot of pictures of herself. Sure. It's a treasure, my treasure, precious. My precious. What happened to the actual license itself? Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. It probably got burned up along with the car. Yes. License photo added to the court record. So you looked up information on this incident, correct? Yep, sure did. Yes, I read every paper that covered it at the time. What kind of accident was it? Do you remember? Yes. Hold on, I'll get it. I'll go get it for you. The article, I mean. Huh? You have it? Well, don't get me wrong. I thought something like this might come up, so... Obsessive to the max, but I bet I could learn about how to stay on a lead from this guy. Here we go. Yes. According to this, Miss Inny was in the passenger seat. The passenger seat, huh? And dozing, or so it says. A strong jolt woke her up, and the next minute a sea of fire was all around her. Miss Inny fought with the doctor, finally got it to open, with the door, and somehow managed to get away. Anywho, you can read all that details in the article, yes? Newspaper clipping 2, updated. A new clue! I should probably look this over. It's been half... Ugh. Got hiccups now. It's been half a year since Minnie had her surgery and got better. She was discharged sometime in December last year. It's already been half a year, huh? Yes, so how was I? I was really helpful, wasn't I? Yes. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, well then, I'll be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Inny I said hi, okay? Yes. I fucking hate this guy. Get him off my screen. I don't want to play anymore. It's time to leave, too. Yes. Okay, it's definitely time to leave. May 24th. Late last night, two women's car crashed into a highway center divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation has revealed that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Miss Inimini holds interview about crash. I was like totally tired and I dropped off to sleep. Then there was this crash and like I woke up with a huge sea of flames and I was like still half asleep, but I opened the right door and like got out. I don't like remember anything else. If Miss Inimini, if Miss Inimini is to be believed, the one driving the car was her sister Mimi Mini. Mimi Mini was the nurse at the General Gray Surgical Clinic where 14 patients were accidentally overdosed to their death. Is this then just a mere coincidence? Right. Now I think we can question Inimini. Hey, so how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. What's the matter? You ain't looking so good. Ah, well, so earlier, that old granny called the cops. Huh? The cops? Why would Morgan call the police? She said she had something to tell him. Things are sure getting interesting. Ah, but honestly, I tell you, that granny sure got our bloomers in a knot. Well, I guess you could put it that way. It always starts out small, you know? Sitting in the master's seat and controlling the village folk. And now you see what it's turned into? A murder, that's what. Yeah, what a mess. Hey, hold on. What? That stuff you were just talking about. That's the first I've heard of it. Yeah, really? Well, it's old news to everyone else in the world. Well, excuse me for not keeping up with the gossip while I'm busy saving people. You said something about stealing the master's seat? Yep. Right now, the master is the medium named Misty Faye, but the only one that was really supposed to be the master was that old granny. Morgan was supposed to become the master? You know where Innie is, Lotta? Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. She's hanging around the garden in the middle. Okay, thanks. You got something to ask her? Yeah, I've got the whole list of things only she can clear up for me. So I hear the master has always been the eldest daughter. The eldest daughter? Turns out that old bat is Misty Faye's older sister. Oh. They say the older sister is usually the one with the most spiritual power. Come to think of it, Maya said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers so lightly. Well, anyway, somehow Granny there lost to her younger sister Misty. I see. This made the townsfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sorts of things, too. Like, she's the oldest, and yet she doesn't have the power to be the next master? Disgraceful. Wow, I had no idea. So, what would have happened had Morgan been stronger? Maya's family would have been the Branch family, I reckon. Okay. Itty bitty. Hey, like, I haven't seen you in a while. I've been gone for a few minutes, woman. Yeah, I think I have enough to finally unlock our secret. Like, what's with your scary look on your face? You will tell me all. Reveal thy secrets to me. He's talking about the traffic accident. Oh, like what accident? It's you, your accident. We already talked this part.
Take that!
I want to ask about your own car accident. Me? Like, so wow. I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, now I can present the other newspaper clipping. I can't say the word. Would you look at this? Would you take a look at this? It's a newspaper article from 1 year ago. It says, Miss Inimini holds interview about crash. You suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct? Like, wait. What now? That's not me. Huh? I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she's totally not me. My name, Inimini, is, like, pretty common. What in the world are you babbling about? Your sister's name, Mimi Mini, is here, too. Like, totally, wow, what a scary coincidence. I'm getting, like, goosebumps. You think I'm gonna let you get away with that? So, like, now what? Like, do you have something that totally says I was hospitalized?
Take that!
This is your proof. Like, what's that picture supposed to mean? I got this from the hospital where you were hospitalized at. Huh? So, There was a certain patient there. He's quite a fan. As a memento of your stay, he stole this. I have to say, this photo looks like you. That creepy fake director. Are you ready to tell me about the accident? Like, wait a sec. Okay, so like, I was in an accident? Sure. But that's like, totally not related to this murder. Actually, it is. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct? And that woman who died, who do you suppose they mean? Do you suppose that woman who died in that car accident could be Mia Fey?
Take that!
I believe it was your sister, Mimi. Mimi. You ran in your sister's car while she drove. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same. Whoa. If you keep chewing on that hat, you're going to end up eating it. I got all my health back. Yes, I have full psychic power now. Yeah, I was riding in that car with my sister. We were, like, on our way home. With no sound effects. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. And then it happened. At the time, I grabbed for my purse and escaped from the passenger side door. And your sister? I, like, couldn't do anything. The car was full of smoke. I couldn't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. You'd probably say, like, oh, I'm sorry. This is like, oh, I'm sorry, but it did. Did Dr. Gray really cause the accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills? Like, he was totally out to get my sister? He totally did that to, like, pay my sister back? I wonder. This does give Innie a good reason to want Mr. Dr. Gray murdered. It seems simple, doesn't it? What do you mean? But it would be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible. What? I think you get the picture. I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it. Okay. I guess I'll just leave. Bye, mysterious threat lady. Looks like something's up. Stop, leave my mother alone. Ow. Hey, hold on, okay, pal? I'm not gonna hurt. Pearl, dear, is perfect. No, I need to find out what the voice was again. Pearl, dear, is perfectly all right. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please, let me go too. No, you must stay here and protect the manor. But... oh, don't make that face. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll show you something. Detective, do not upset me further. Sorry. Poor Gumshoe being dragged off by the ear like that by Morgan. Ow. Mother, this has never happened before. Pearls, Mr. Nick, I have a really bad feeling that I can't shake. I think something really bad is going to happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick. Now I'm going to sneeze. Ow. Damn sneeze, pulling my shoulder and neck. Ah. Oh. Say something, Phoenix. Anything. I'm terrible at this. Thank you. Mr. Nick, what about Mystic Maya? She'll be alright. I think I've gathered enough evidence. Mystic Maya, she must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her. Yeah, but I can't just leave you here all alone either. I'll be fine. Please, Mystic Maya needs you by her side. The stare is really piercing. Ugh. Hey, Raffatron. Got this late. Yeah. Well, welcome. 6:38 p.m. You kept me waiting, Phoenix. Oh, it's you. Mia! You gotta steal my thunder and make it as though then you discovered the case rather than me. So, how are the preparations? I think I've had enough evidence and information now. I think. Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya is found guilty or innocent is a heavy weight to bear. We've been through this before. I've already proved her innocent once. I'll do it again. I find all of my clients not guilty. My internet is going down. I hope that gets sorted for you. If memory serves, Mia had a few psych locks of her own. Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now. Sure. I welcome you to try. Mia, yes? Mia, you know something, don't you? About the real murderer, I mean. Oh, immediately! Why do you think so? It's really trying at times to be able to see other people's secrets. It looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning. Yeah, a battle of wits against Mia. Old? That was probably the worst one I could have done, but okay. There's still a whole slew of questions for you to answer before the trial tomorrow. You mean like, how did the real murderer get into the room and kill Dr. Gray? Yes. Also, when did the murderer enter the channeling chamber? You guys were all standing around in front of the room after the channeling started, which means that the murderer must have gone into that room before the channeling. That's what I think in any case. But Maya already said there wasn't anyone else in there. That's true. But if we can't figure it out, the murderer's we can't figure out the murderer's movements, we're stuck like a beached whale. I never thought I'd actually see the day. You're actually asking me about spirit channeling? This case is all about spirit channeling, and I feel like I don't understand a thing about it. Well, that's only natural. After all, spirit channeling isn't exactly an everyday thing, is it? Well, it seems to be, because it's happening all the time. Yeah, I guess you're right. The power to change your physical appearance into the person you're calling is something our ancestor, Mr. Amy Faye, acquired. How did she acquire it? Did she just get it from like a ghost? It's like, oh, I'll give you this ability to just turn into the person you channel. I heard that name before. The Faye family was originally a family known for its service to the gods. When Mystic Army was born, she was given a certain fate through her name. Because, you see, she was named after one of the Buddhas of Buddhism. Oh, God. Amitabha. Or is it Amitabha? Or is it Amihaba? Amihaba, maybe. To this day, her soul is still sealed in the Securane's sacred urn. Yeah, about that. It usually sits in the Winding Way and has a name written on it. Yeah. Oh, come on, Phoenix, it's just a fairy tale. Are you just saying that me being able to see you is just a fairy tale too? Alright, time to unveil her secret. Give me your information. The murderer. Mr. Phoenix, you think I'm hiding information about someone from you, isn't that right? Yes. Alright, then tell me who you think I'm protecting. I would think it would be Maya, but at the same time, could be anyone of the family. I'll go with Maya first. Nope. I think you're trying to protect this person. Phoenix, don't let me down like this. I'm sorry. Maya's life is on the line. Concentrate harder. He's especially strict today. So, have you gathered your thoughts? Alright then. I guess I'll do it. Morgan Fay, of course. There's no one else you would protect like this, Mia. I mean, there's Maya, but whatever. I guess Morgan's more important. Well done, but while the murder was being committed, my aunt was outside with everyone else. Which means she already has an alibi. That's true. Show me some evidence that would cast suspicion onto my aunt. The burning, probably. The proof is in this piece of cloth. I found it in the incinerator near the Winding Way. It's the same material as Maya's costume, except for the spots of blood. You mean it's from Maya's costume that she was wearing at the time of the murder? Yes, but when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. That just means someone changed her clothes. Changed her clothes, but why? I don't know why. But there's only one person who could have done that. One person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. What's that look mean? Your argument is too flimsy. Huh? You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume. But this blood. And do you think though? And do you know whose blood this is at that? Do you know whose blood that is at this point in time? You don't, do you? Do you have any proof that this piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? I assume it's because of the picture. No. Phoenix, we don't have any time left. I haven't even said anything yet. Can't pin my aunt as the murderer with one piece of evidence alone. Well, it probably is the key then. I think this is the proof you're looking for. The key to the channeling chamber, huh? At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had this possession of this key. And yet, somehow, it magically ended up in the incinerator in the center of the garden. You're right. And this is what Maya told me. While I was channeling, the key was sitting inside my sleeve. And yet, both this key and the piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was a part of Maya's costume. It would certainly seem that way. Someone changed her into a different set of clothes, and then burned the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. There's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya, my aunt. Exactly. You did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those two pieces of evidence, you cast suspicion on my aunt. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yeah, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this one for me. But I want to know, if my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder? How she did it, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, who or what did she need? Probably Innie Minnie. Innie Minnie. She's the answer to the final question. Which means that my aunt and Innie Minnie were in cahoots. Why do you have to say it like that? You could say they were co-conspirators, or it was I've forgotten the word myself. But there's another word you can use, like, would explain that. Saying it in cahoots is like some sort of preschooler playing, like, a spy game. Unlock successful. My brain has restored all of its energy. Something that's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. A person who would have known a lot about Fey Manor and the village itself to do this. But Morgan already has an alibi. Yes, which is why I cannot figure out how it was done. We can assume that Innie Minnie is involved somehow. But we have one big problem on our hands. A problem with what? We don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Innie. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh? Then there is only one possibility. Huh? Think about it, Phoenix. Why would my aunt do something like this? And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because... Mother. She's the one who holds the key to this. Mother? Whose? Mine? Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Misty Fey. Why would it be Phoenix's? Why would he think it's his? Why would his mother be involved in this? My mother is actually Misty Fey. Ooh! That would be weird. And also ruin things. Mia and Maya's mother? Why would she bring her up now? Now then, looks like we gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief. We won't lose. Yeah, the word is fun. It's just, you know, you could have said anything and it would have made more sense. It's like Phoenix is a baby. We're only on the second trial, and this trial has 4 parts and has been pretty long. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me? Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. How about instead of thinking about that, you say that to her? Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearl. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping I could sit in the audience today and watch. Please, very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, pals? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll leave you to your alone time. Phew, thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? We're gonna murder Morgan. Right in front of her. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey again. Defense is ready, Your Honor. I need to get her voice back again. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. This is a perfect German accent. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me, and I conduct my trial in this country. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true that they say women really are scary when they fight. Oh! It's getting worse when I do it. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented yesterday during the trial. During yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. By the way, there was one prosecutor in the first game that was the murderer. What was the guy's name? One prosecutor in the first game that was the murderer. I think you might be thinking of Von Karma, but he wasn't. Well, he was the murderer, actually. He was murderer in a different case, but not in the case that we were presiding over. But I get what you mean. Yeah, that was Prosecutor Von Karma. This is her daughter. His daughter. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. All right, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in the picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe this is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I expected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn up by this. God, I'm gonna have to do so many different accents and voices now. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I'm a spirit medium in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is... Yes, that is... You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in the possessed state, managed to escape the channeling chamber. Order, order, order. Miss Fey, please testify to the court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I would try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. I still don't know what these are supposed to be. Like, I keep looking at them, and like, in the original, I thought they were flowers, but in this up-res thing, they just look like pink blotches. I think they're supposed to be cherries? Or berries or some kind? Oh, whatever. Maya's escaped. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That is right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. If she's going to be hard for, it's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Great. Just now, you said those two. Who those two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention how she looked so awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was a very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and that this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. That statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however.
Objection!
The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? So, you were covering for the defendant. Well, yes, it was only later that I informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Ah! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what had happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, yes. However, yes. But you were physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily. I'm waiting for the sound to come back because I'm currently deaf. There we go.
Objection!
Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of a nurse that she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given her chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however.
Hold it!
You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure, about 10 minutes perhaps? And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on the point for us.
Hold it!
Is that because you were unconscious? No, it was because I was dead. Yes. Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? I think you mentioned it. I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. Looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. And now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, that's... be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person, speaking in an accent, while also trying to sound German, and read this. Stop giving me tongue twisters to say. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Innie Minnie, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Innie Minnie? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, like, Innie Minnie. I'm, like, researching, like, parapsychology stuff at the, university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess, most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Minnie. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. This is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine for my sake. After the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was, like, oh my god, like, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she told me something, and I accidentally skipped it. Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying this person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Witness's spirit of the spirit sister? Spirit? So many S's. Yes, Minnie. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why didn't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Minnie, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. I'm doing the wrong accent. Like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Innie? I mean, no, accents galore, yes. She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and the testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it all one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Stop reading my mind, woman! Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can undo it, Phoenix. Let's find out those loose threads and unwind the tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the truth behind the murder. Yet again, this foolish fool spouts more foolishly foolish drivel. Fool. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Not only would I make it better, I'll make it so that you don't speak like a German anymore, so I can speak normally. What? Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I, think there was sesame seeds, in that lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Do you know what the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? Yeah, my stomach is really ready for, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking about what the time it is now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room? Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. It's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? Never mind. A witness about this person who entered the side room. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was the colossal weight of our time. Now then, witness. How did you feel when you saw Miss Minnie Minnie? You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react with surprise at seeing a dead loved one again? But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult, but I, like, know all about the Crane channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there was no reason for me to, like, think anything was strange? But, ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? Of course it's important. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright, Mr. Minnie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked like totally normal. Well, that is wrong, because it had blood on it. It's either going to be this, or it's going to be the picture of her covered in blood.
Objection!
Or it could be both. That was a very well-spun lie, Miss Innie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's a very well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Minnie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Minnie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order. Miss Minnie, what is the meaning of this? Why didn't you know an exact point of reference of this person? Miss Minnie? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. And what are you stemming for about, Mr. Honor? Witness. I personally did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. Now hurry up with the testimony. If you please. This judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help is going to be. After the murder, part 2. Like, the side room was, kind of dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? And the blood totally blended right in. No, it does not. I'm partially colorblind, and I can tell the difference between red and freaking purple. They're completely different colors. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Oh my god. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. It's not a clear reason, because the... Dude, come on, man. The inside chest part is white. The jacket is purple. The blood was on her boobs, which was where the white stuff was. That's not purple. You think, thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? All right, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room.
Objection!
Don't push your subjective opinion onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Minnie's? You are such a hopeless chorus. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here.
Hold it!
You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue.
Hold it!
And what was your sister, Miss Minnie Minnie, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think she, like, knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan for murdering someone. Okay? I'm sorry I killed this man. It's not my fault. Did Mimi Spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah.
Hold it!
Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot... I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says that with her whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the challenge chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Minnie? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange or unusual or just out of place? Something out of place? Like, huh? Like, what do you mean? When you do everything you could when you could do anything? When you were going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the challenge chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to challenge chamber is all that important? It's very important. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. I know where I'm going with it. I don't know why Phoenix doesn't. We literally got that information, but whatever. Very well. Miss Minnie, if you would please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the challenge chamber, which is wrong. I think I need to present. Oh,
Objection!
there we go. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way of the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan's Faye's daughter. Pearl Faye. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep, which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. So, Miss Minnie, what do you have to say to that? No! I don't know how you would say that, though.
Objection!
As the court can see, she is a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she could notice a simple child playing? Preposterous!
Objection!
It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish... There is no way someone walking along the winding way would not have noticed Pearl. Bam! This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn? Ow! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Minnie. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you're walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Minnie. You are a masterful liar. Arr! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. One who needs to watch what she says is the witness. So, Miss Minnie, tell us the truth. Like, about what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
Objection!
The witness who's testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. And I really believe her. Was she really sleeping in the side room? There is no way! Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was sleeping in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. Contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Help me, Mia! I guess it would be more in her testimony than it would be in the evidence. Early in your testimony, Miss Minnie, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one channeling the chamber, you know. It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. Just now when she covered her face with that cap, she looked like a ghost. Yeah. So, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Minnie, how did you know that fact? How? I could see that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Minnie, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Wow! But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have had to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor, which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Minnie, please answer the question. Don't ask the question off of a basis assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah, the only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Innie Minnie. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? They were in the partial guide map. Or over here. Miss Minnie was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Minnie was at the scene of the crime. Order. That's why. That is. Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the channeling chamber when the channeling chamber started. Whatever. Yes, that's correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Innie Minnie was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Where was I hiding?
Take that!
Here, of course. But behind the folding screen? Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Minnie, no one so young, you shouldn't be saying such. Shut it, Gramps. As if I know if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the phone screen with the help of this. Bam! Miss Minnie, how are you able to hide yourself in the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box, no person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lana disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. Why she suddenly became like a madman. Because she's about to explode. But that clothing box was the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping in there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove what the clothing box was at the time of the murder? Yes, I can. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This? What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. She's becoming Italian now. She's going full-on Italian rather than German. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole of the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Minnie, you are hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Rather you have gone Italian than German. Order. That's what you were saying. Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Innie Minnie? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Innie Minnie, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had planned it from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No. Stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. The whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime is not possible for one person to do all that by herself. Correct, it's not possible. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the fool has received no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Miss Minnie, you had an accomplice. It was me! I was the accomplice! I was the one planning it all! This person. If it wasn't someone from Coraine Village, you wouldn't have gotten this costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fey! Isn't that the wonderful lady we witnessed we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Minnie? You shot Dr. Gray with the pistol loaded with your own hands. Do you deny it? Ah! I can't do the voice and scream for that long. I think this is what really happened. That's a highly detailed box. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Such an evil face. And feet. She's truly evil. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Bang. Dr. Gray was actually not dead yet. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at the attacker. And that's why there was a hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... bang. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Minnie, she immediately covered her own costume with the blood and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been so easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Ha. Ah ha ha ha. Who is that, laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, but are you still, by chance, evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely... Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood will lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is... If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such a thing? Well, that is... Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Oh, and one more thing. Or one other thing. Why would Miss Innie Minnie want to kill Dr. Gray? What is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive. That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of the motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this.
Take that!
Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she is calling me by my formal name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through the accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has that proof. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm like going to explain like, please listen, okay? It's been over a year since I was discharged from the hospital. I've gone Scottish now. If I like wanted revenge, then like I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like the guy that thought of the spirit thing, that was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence. He asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airheaded persona. However, you see... Ouch! Pathetic Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Minnie has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Tisk, tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had it for sure. See, like, it's just as I, like, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Today is the day Major has accent swapping. Yes. Very well, now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Innie Minnie. Hold it. Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. All right. We can't lose here. We can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. Well, not really. Some people just do it just because. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it also has to be the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Mr. Minnie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you prove the reason? Can I really do this? No, I can't. It's over. We give up. Yes, I can. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Minnie had a motive. Too bad, you're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Ah! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Aye! Avon Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec here. Yes, I'm creating turbulence. We'll actually push on, because I think we'll be able to finish this case for today, so let's just keep going. June 22nd, 12:04. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Innie could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And understand this, under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, it's you. Miss Von Karma. What are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? It got nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation. Looking down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring back your father. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. I can see up your sleeve there. You've got arms! 12:10 p.m. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Miss Innie Minnie had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Innie Minnie and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. And that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Minnie, please testify to the court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about, my motive? I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Minnie, if you please. Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... That was, last year in May. Something really bad happened at my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was, totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Ugh. Those were merely rumors, totally based with gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did, in fact, drug Miss Minnie's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work at this from another angle. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, that was in May too. The thing was with all the patients dying was May 2nd. And our accident was on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sister was totally tired, so that's why, duh. I don't need to read that again. I'm saying so many times now, it's just getting ingrained in each sentence. That was the malpractice incident when 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister? Me? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. And she's turned Italian as well now. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a total terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened. Ah. So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I mean, switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. Ah, but, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. This is news to me. I was not aware you did not have a driver license, Mrs. Minnie. Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay. Anyway. We know that's wrong because she had one. Here we go. Bam. Miss Minnie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? You went Scottish again. I know you had a license back then. This photo you took this is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Minnie? That's right. And yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hoddy, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did... And no one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November? What? November? The accident happened last May. If that's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. And at the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license. Ow! Cry, and my whip will be accommodating. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not switch drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I think my sis would let me, like, drive. Yow! Don't just stand there to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the ow. Miss Minnie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because... I think your situation calls for a more detailed testimony, Miss Minnie, if you please. Like, how annoying. How is she allowed to whip Phoenix? Through sheer determination, she bends all the rules so then she's allowed to. Oops, like, sorry. I didn't mean to be mean. I guess I'll just go Scottish if I keep going back to it. I wouldn't be allowed. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, a totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting you, my noob, drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. A bright red sports car. A bright red car for sports. Right. Okay. Now then, for the defense might have questioned the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... So what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things? I think that's what they're called. Permit? Wow, the big-name lawyer doesn't know a thing about what a driver's permit is? Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ah! Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car? Well, she'd flip out, like, at a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if something, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why even bother take the car out of the garage ever? Why did she take such special care of the car? And he said car of the care. How can you say that? It's a brand spanking new car. New car? Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something more of significance next time, alright? Well, Miss Minnie, what kind of car was it? It was a new car? Yeah. She had, like, just gone on it. It was, like, from the UK. The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? I forgot they said that. And it was a real special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess our love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this is bound to come up. Your Honor, yes, please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then... That's not my point, though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Minnie, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. 20 special model from England. Okay, so first you say UK, and now you're saying England. The England is in the UK, but the England is not UK. Whatever. I yell hold it pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So, yes, what am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? What do you know? That sleek shape, the purr of the engine, the wild way it starts, the raw feeling of manual transmission, the cool breeze of the AC. Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Yeah, because if you don't know about UK cars, because I do, this would actually be kind of annoying for people that don't know about it, but like he said, cars in the UK have the steering wheel on the right, not the left, whereas American cars for some reason have the left. That's this whole other can of worms. We're not going to talk about that, but the situation here is that she said she got out the right door, but the right door is where the driver would be seated. So... I guess I just present it? Yeah, alright. Miss Minnie, do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side of the passenger is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. She dove from the right side of the door. Yes! Swordmaster's got it! A+. Opposite. The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side. Ah! What do you mean by this? Miss Minnie, you said that you had escaped using the right side of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah! I'm starting to lose my voice. Order in the court. Order. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this is blabbering nonsense again. Innie said the person who was driving was her older sister, Minnie. That is what Innie said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Did not realize I was in a quiz. somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Mr. Phoenix. Or, no. Oh, God, it's because of freaking Francisca saying it. I'm saying his own name now. It looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court of a question. Any or Mimi, who was really driving that night? Mimi. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license. Mimi Minnie. After all, that makes her the only person who could have legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Innie Minnie, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? I'm not going to do voices for each of that sentence. Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What a sort of idiotic rules is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? The witness's name. This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Mimi. Mimi Minnie. That is your real name.
Objection!
Of a vote of the foolish dribble. Then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons use a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Minnie, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then, the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Innie Minnie. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Minnie? God, all this stupid name system. I hate it. She doesn't even have a name anymore. Also, when they showed the car burning, the person on the road did not have red hair. I mean, to be fair, their entire shadow is just all black. But I get what you mean. The car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Innie Minnie. I'd also say it's because this person has long hair, whereas Innie Minnie has short hair. Maybe she got a haircut, but, you know. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Innie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Minnie from existence. Your Honor, the names are part of the charm. Yes, but when you have to read them, you start confusing them and getting them all mixed up. I'm sure you can see now why Minnie had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? Ah! What is the meaning of this? Dr. Gray wanted to call the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Minnie. However, that would have not been possible, because Mimi Minnie was still, in fact, alive. That hat is going to fall apart at some point. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Gray Turner, or Turner Gray. Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Well, Mr. What did you say my name? Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Minnie. God damn it. That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? And become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi wanted her whole self to disappear because of this. The malpractice. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Minnie Mimi. I'm just going to move on. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Minnie had a car accident in which she had lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all, the only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident, her sister. And even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. Pan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Innie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling the occult, I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Minnie choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous. I am perfect. Me, Franziska von Kammer. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Kammer. How about you? It's going to be broadcasted all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Yow! Ow! Ah! I can't do that many. And one more for good measure. And he's dead. Phoenix, hang in there, Phoenix. Phoenix! This content's a fraud, a sham. Now then, looks like it'll be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. Yay! And Maya's just saying like she just doesn't know what happened. That is all. The court is adjourned. June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Lobby Defend number 3. Congratulations, Maya. Sis. Huh. Yes, dive right in. It's good to see you, Maya. How you doing? Sis. I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. Oh, that's right. She should be penalized for those whippings. You'd be surprised what she gets away with. Still one thing I don't quite get, said Phoenix as he tries to cover up his wounds with bandages. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Minnie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya who had just committed a murder. You had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick, congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know, but I really don't want something like this to happen again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me why my aunt did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Minnie with a plan like that? I'm gonna save here. Just in case. I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't you just let it go? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... Early? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Crane Village. And that person will be you, Maya. But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear, and what would happen then? The Branch family. My aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearls. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think she said that she was saying, I thought so. Date and time unknown. This is the year 2224. Morgan Le Fay's escape capture. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable for the Master of Gerain, dearest child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with the happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl, that Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. And then she's never heard from again. She just doesn't show up again. Woo! Oh boy, you ready for the most contested case ever next time? Oh boy, no one likes this case. No one likes this case. Now, I say I am mixed about this case. I need to get out. Let me out. Let me out. Prepare to witness a man who's mastered the wonder of flight. I forgot that this has an intro. So we can see this for next time. This is like, tune in next time. World's greatest magician, the one, the only. Maximilian Galactica. Why is the Earth there? I've never noticed that before. Why is there a planet? Alright. With that, we will stop there for today. That is another case down. Oh man, I have to say, my voice, it went all over the place with these accents, but I'm glad I got rid of Itty Minnie and fucking Morgan Fay. I can speak in a normal voice for a while now. But yes, that was that case. You got introduced to Von Karma. Next time we have to deal with the Big Top case. And like I said, it is a very, it's a highly criticized episode compared to the other ones because of how contrived it is. And because of a certain character's possible age. But, yeah, we'll see with that next time. And we'll see how that goes. I'll give all the thoughts and details that time when we do it next time. But that is it for this week. That's the end of streams. We shall pick up back next week. And I think next week I will actually do a full week of Baldur's Gate again. I brought it up last time where I said I might alternate between doing a full week of Baldur's Gate and then go back to normal. I think I'll do it again next week. And then the week after that, we'll go back to normal again. It's the perfect time to do it because we've just ended a case. We've got a new case to start in Phoenix Wright next time. So I think it's a good time to do it now. So it'll give me time to rest my voice. Yes, a week's a long time, but these voices are tiring, man. But it's good. It's good. It's a good exercise for my voice. You know, trying on different voices. It'll help me speak better, I think. Anyway, just in general. But yeah. So next week we will probably have a full week of Baldur's Gate 3. So look forward to that. As for today, thank you all for joining the Managed to Make It today. Hope you all enjoyed. As usual, like, follow, subscribe, do the bell notification. And if you like what I do, there's links to Patreon and tips in the description as well. If you want to help support me, if you become a patron, you get your name added to this list, like I do with Hiro Rukuni. Well, I thank you for the continued support, and I suplex you or something. But yes, hope you all have a nice weekend. Thanks for joining Swordmaster and anyone else that's here. And until next time, you all have a nice rest of the week. Till next time, bye.